Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So today we are going to be talking about a stack of graphic novels that I've picked up from Ollie's over the past about 2 months now, I guess this has been. So Ollie's recently sent out like 2 different coupons. I believe the first one was like a 10% off your purchase, and then the second one was a 15% off your purchase. So each time I went to actually 2 different Ollies to find some really cool things. So that's what I have today. A very heavy stack of graphic novels to share with you guys. Some trade paperbacks and a couple of hardcovers as well. But really cool items in here. So let's do this, guys. Before we do though, if you have a quick second, go and hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right into the stack of graphic novels I've picked up from Ollie's recently. So I have just shy of 11 total to share with you guys, and I'll start with the Marvel comic books because there's only 3 of those, and they're all actually Star Wars related, which you guys know I absolutely love. So this first one here is one of my all-time favorite Star Wars films, and I love the novelization of this as well. This is Rogue One, a Star Wars story. So I love this, as I've already said, like this is such a good story to me. I really enjoyed the movie the first time I saw it in theaters. And then I ended up reading both the prequel, there's a book, the prequel story, plus the novelization to the movie. Then I watched the movie a second time on 4K, and I loved it even more. Like, really, it's one of my favorite Star Wars films. I love this story, the whole setup, the characters, they're great. It's awesome. So the only way I haven't read this is in graphic novel form, which I will soon correct. So I kept the stickers on all of these. 1, because I always forget what I pay, and 2, I hate taking the Ollie stickers off. Some of them are super easy, like this one won't be too hard, but there are others, I think I'll show you on another one, where the stickers are just super difficult to get off. So yeah, either way, I kept them on for filming for most of them. So yeah, the first one here is Star Wars Rogue One, and I cannot wait to check out this story out in graphic novel form. Keeping up with that theme of adaptations of Star Wars movies, I have Star Wars The Force Awakens. Now, this is one that I've only seen one time in theaters, and I had a really good time with it, but I absolutely need to revisit this because I still need to see Episode 8 and Episode 9. I haven't even seen those. As big as a Star Wars fan as I am, I just haven't seen those. I've read more Star Wars books than I've watched Star Wars movies, which is just ridiculous. But anyway, I need to see this again and see if I really like it. But yeah, definitely excited to have the graphic novel of it. I didn't talk about the last one, but this is by Chuck Wendig, and it is volumes 1 through, or issues 1 through 6. And then this one here is by, who is it by? Jody Hauser, it looks like, and a bunch of others. But yeah, this also has number 1 through 6 on it as well, plus another special. So there's 7 issues there and 6 issues in this one. So yeah, happy to add this to the collection. This one you can see there also $4.99. So Star Wars The Force Awakens. The last one of the Star Wars graphic novels is the thinnest of the bunch. This is Star Wars Captain Phasma, and you can see this is Journey to Star Wars The Last Jedi. I do have a number of graphic novels that are like in between the films, so it's the Journey to, or it bridges the gap between the movies. And so yeah, looking forward to checking this one out. I've heard really good things about I believe there's a novel on this as well, and I think that's what I've heard good things about, but maybe I'm mixing things up. But yeah, I don't know. No, don't know too much about this character, so I'm excited to dive into this and see what it's all about. Only 4 issues on this one, so it'll be a quick read. We have Star Wars Captain Phasma, and this one is by Kelly Thompson. All right, so moving over to DC, I have a couple of really random things here, but this was $3.99 for Harley Quinn, Kiss Kiss Bang Stab. And this is volume, where is it? Volume 3. There it is right there. Volume 3 of this. And I believe these are Amanda Conner. Yeah. So I have volume 1 and volume 2 of this series, which I also picked up, I think, from Ollie's over the years, kind of randomly. But so I needed volume 3. Now I don't know if you can tell or not, but this is not in the best shape. And I mean, it's kind of disappointing, but again, for $4, it's very readable. So even though it's not in pristine condition like I usually like, I'm sure it's going to be fine. I'm hoping I enjoy this. I don't even think I've started on volume 1 yet, but I love the character of Harley Quinn, so I'm guessing I'll have a good time with this one. So Harley Quinn, volume 3, Kiss Kiss Bang Stab by Amanda Conner, excuse me. Here's another one where I have volume 1, and so I picked up volume 2 for cheap. We have Suicide Squad, volume 2, and this one is The Basilisk Rising, written by Adam Glass. So yeah, I really like the art style in this, which is why I decided to grab volume 2 without reading volume 1. I really enjoyed New Suicide Squad from the New 52, so I'm hoping I'll like this one as well. The characters are obviously different, but I'm hoping I'll still get a kick out of it. So I had to grab it because it was very reasonably priced at $3.99. So very happy to have Suicide Squad volume 2, Basilisk Rising, written by Adam Glass in the collection. I have a couple of hardcovers coming up next, but then just real chunky paperback. So really cool ones here to finish this up. So anyway, first up here, the first hardcover, John Byrne's Wonder Woman Book 1. You can see this one is a little bit more expensive at $9.99, but the sticker price on it is $39.99. So a ridiculously good deal. I have not read much Wonder Woman, and what I have read, I didn't really like. I think it was the New 52 Wonder Woman, if I'm not mistaken, and I just didn't like that one at all. And I know a lot of people really did, but it wasn't for me. So I'm hoping when I go back a little bit further to the John Byrne era, hopefully this one will be a little bit more enjoyable. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, there are quite a good number of issues in here, but I don't know what they are offhand, I guess. Oh, 101 to 114 is what this covers. So yeah, hopefully this will be enjoyable. The art style is very unique. I'm not sure I love it, but hopefully when I get into it, I will enjoy the story. So yeah, we'll see. John Byrne's Wonder Woman, book number 1. I grabbed it for $10. Really good deal. $30 off cover price. You can't beat that. You know what? I completely forgot. Not all of these are actually from Ollie's, because this next one is from Target, a completely random find, but it was 30% off the cover price, and I cannot wait to check this out. Batman 89. I am so excited I was able to find this. When this was announced, I almost wanted to pick it up in like floppy form, single issues, but I'm glad I waited and I found the hardcover for a really good price. So this collects the entire thing as far as I remember. Yeah, issues 1 through 6 of Batman 89. So I don't know if there are more volumes to this or not, because there's not a volume 1 on the side. So I think this is all encompassing of that story, but it is a adaptation of Batman 1989, which is one of my favorite Batman movies. So I am so thrilled I was able to grab this one. Obviously it's still wrapped up, but I will definitely be getting this one sooner rather than later. So very excited for this. This is Batman 89 by Sam Hamm. All the rest of these are Batman. I should have said that. But first up here for $6.99, Batman Road to No Man's Land Volume 1. So No Man's Land is not a story that I've read before, and so I figured this is like a perfect way to kind of kick off that story. Frankly, I'll probably just rent or borrow the other ones from the library to get through this story, but I've always heard excellent things about this, and I know the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League does reference the No Man's Land story, so I love that movie, that version of the film. So very excited to dive into this. I believe it's about like an earthquake that hits Gotham, and so it's kind of this like post-apocalyptic like setting. Count me in. Batman and post-apocalypse, like those are two of my favorite things. Like I cannot wait to check this one out. So this one has there's a whole bunch of issues on the back here. I'm not going to read them all off. You can pause it if you're interested, but yeah, very happy to add this one for such a good price. Batman Road to No Man's Land Volume 1. So I'll lump all 3 of these final ones in together because they're all part of the same series, which frankly, it's the entire series, which never happens at Ollie's. But I was able to find Batman Eternal Volume 1, and these are all written by Scott Snyder. And I was able to find Volume 2 plus, as I already mentioned, Volume 3 of the Eternal storyline. Now, these were all $7.99 each, but I did have that 15% off, so it was even cheaper than that. Like, this is a really good deal for this. This is 52 issues in total. These guys are thick and heavy. So this is the entire year-long run, as far as I understand it, in 3 volumes. That they just don't do that at Ollie's. Usually you're going to get like random number 5, number 6, like random ones in the middle of a series for the most part, but every once in a while you get super lucky. So this is a story I don't know at all, but it's Scott Snyder, and I have a ton of Scott Snyder Batman in my collection, and I love that. So I'm definitely going to add these when I get the opportunity. Like, such a cool find, and again, just so rare to have a full run from Ollie's, especially in one stop. Like, that's just super lucky. So yeah, looking really forward to checking these out. I don't have any idea when I'm going to get around to this, but let me know if this run is worth reading or not. Look how thick that is. 52 issues. Like, how cool is this? So happy I was able to find that. So Batman Eternal volumes 1 through 3 is going to wrap up all the graphic novels that I've picked up recently. Holy smokes, that is a ton of graphic novels, and they are super heavy, so I'm putting them down. But Ollie's has been awesome recently, and even Target. Like I said, I found one of these random ones at Target, so really cool finds. Let me know down below if you've read any of these runs, and if you have, what do you recommend? I would love to know what to prioritize when it comes to my graphic novel reading, which, frankly, I haven't read a graphic novel in quite some time now, so I need to correct that. I think the last ones I read were digital when I was subscribed to the DC Universe. Is that what it's called? Whatever that app was that they have. So anyway, let me know down below what you guys have read, what you recommend, what else I should pick up based on these. I'd love to hear any and all recommendations down there. So thank you so much for that. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this one, go and hit that like button down below. That engagement, it really does help me out. So I really appreciate all that support. And like I always say, I don't just talk graphic novels. I talk all things media, books, movies, video games, graphic novels. If it's media related, I'm interested in it, and if you are too, you might consider subscribing. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.